So basically what Mussolini did was he led this sort of campaign against the use of lei and wanted people to go back to using the archaic form voi. Because prior to that Middle Age period, voi was the most common way to address a person in a formal context. So in addition to him believing that this had Spanish origins and therefore he didn't like it because it had an outside influence, he also deemed it too feminine, I suppose, because it also means she. So he decided to ban the use of lei altogether and expected everyone to go back to using the archaic voi. He expected all government officials to use voi instead of lei, publications, textbooks, everything, all of that was rewritten to reflect voi as the standard pronoun. So if you were to use lei in a public setting, considering it was outright banned, then you were deemed to be anti-fascist and there were some serious consequences. Now you might be thinking, why did he care so much about this? Again, because Mussolini's whole premise was about creating a greater Italy and uniting everyone under this idea of Italian nationality, Italian identity. And so he saw that any kind of outside influence was just not appropriate to be used in the current Italian language. Now, since the end of the fascist period, people have gone back to using lei in the majority of Italy, but you still hear this a lot in the South, and particularly in Calabria, especially if we're talking about the older generation. They often use voi between older people, and I've even heard this from grandchildren when they're speaking to their grandparents. They sometimes even talk to them using voi. So I've heard this several times, and I've observed it in many social circles.